Final Four fans enjoying a little downtime since Saturday night. Matt's Bar, one of the classic haunts in Minneapolis. I can personally vouch for the Juicy Lucy burger there. It's also well disputed which establishment actually created the Juicy Lucy. Fans, of course, could not care less. Checking out Mall of America, south of downtown, killing time until 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Both teams expect some celebrity power in the building. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, formerly of Texas Tech, was there the other night. On the Virginia side, the celebrity endorsements, you got Tina Fey, the legendary comedian, and of course, music great Dave Matthews is a pretty big fan because Dave Matthews Band actually formed in Charlottesville, Virginia, back in the early 90s. And now we're all a little bit smarter. It's Championship Monday in college basketball. We are back for one final time live online across Nexstar Nation to properly prepare you for what's going to be an historic night one way or the other. I'm Jared Smalley, and we've got blow out the budget coverage in Minneapolis and on the respective campuses. Much like how Virginia and Texas Tech play defense, we've employed swarming coverage of this national title game. David Collier's been on the road with Texas Tech. Jermaine Farrell, the same with Virginia. They're both live in Minneapolis. Let's start with David on the Raiders' plans for today. David?
Hey, Jared. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, Chris Beard and company scheduled to arrive here at U.S. Bank Stadium just around 6:30 this evening for tonight's national championship game. It's the Red Raiders' chance to, I guess, have a fitting end, if you will. A team that was picked to finish 7th in the Big 12 Conference to start the year with a chance to prove all those doubters wrong in what is arguably the biggest game in the program's history and, quite honestly, the biggest game in the history of the athletic department. Chris Beard and company getting here, the secret's out. You mentioned it a second ago, getting here because of defense. #1 in the country in defensive efficiency and 40 minutes away from being just #1 in the country. For more on Virginia, let's go over to Jermaine Farrell.
All right, David Collier, thank you very much. Well, as we mentioned, the motto of the Final Four, the road ends right here, Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Virginia Cavaliers looking for their first national championship game, and this team has gone through it. Not only when you start from last year with UMBC, but they've had some tremendous Maalox moments, particularly the last two games as they took on Purdue, and they also got that victory over Auburn. But here's a little neat stat for you good folks. ACC teams, they've won the national championship the last two odd years. Duke, 2015. And, of course, the North Carolina Tar Heels in 2017. So 2019 could be the year of the Virginia Cavaliers. I'll even throw another odd number year. 1983, the North Carolina State Wolfpack. The Miracle Wolfpack ACC team won it. So it could be a special night for the Virginia Cavaliers. Cavalier Nation, wahoo wah, looking to pull home that national championship. Now let's go back to Columbus, Ohio with my main man, Jared Smalley.
Hey, dropping numerology there, Jermaine. I respect that. We'll get back to both of you in just a second there in Minneapolis. As you're watching us right now, you're looking at the live feed on your Nexstar Station's website. Up at the top of the screen under the Sports tab, you'll find the big tournament link. And if you're looking for more exclusive interviews and features on the national championship, that is the place to find it. You'll also see right beneath this live stream, there's a comment box there. We want to know who you think is going to win the national title tonight. Make your case right there in the comment box. We may read that on the air later on in the show. Pick your winner, Virginia or Texas Tech. Now, no matter who wins tonight, significant history is going to be made. No team from the state of Virginia has ever won an NCAA Division I men's basketball championship. And here's an amazing note. No team from the state of Texas has won the championship since the legendary Texas Western squad of Don Haskins, which won the 1966 title over Kentucky, a game which was as important culturally as it was athletically. Texas Tech stands at 31-6 this season. Not since UConn in 1999 has a team playing in its first ever Final Four actually won the title. And as David mentioned a moment ago, defense does it for Tech. #3 in the nation in scoring defense. They have been outstanding specifically in this tournament. Let's get back to David to hear from the Red Raiders, who have earned so much national respect for their teamwork throughout the 5 games of this tournament so far. David, they've just been swarming to the basketball.
Yeah, defense, even offense. It's funny listening to Chris Beard. He likes to point out, we're pretty good at offense as well. And Chris Beard has just had an amazing ascension in college basketball, won AP Coach of the Year. Since Jermaine had some numbers a minute ago, just to let you know, going into today, or actually going into Chris Beard's tenure, before he was there at Texas Tech, the Red Raider basketball program had won 8 NCAA tournament games. In the last 2 years, Chris Beard has 8. Of course, looking for the cherry on top at number 9 later tonight.
You know, our goal's never been to make a tournament. It's been to win the tournament. It's easy to talk about and really, really hard to do.
And getting that opportunity in large part because of the defense, even though Coach Beard quick to point out that's not their entire identity.
You know, it's like in football, you know, the defense has got to get some stops, and you know, on offense you got to keep the defense on the field a little bit. And, you know, it's all kind of related.
Almost fitting that this title game is at the site of Super Bowl 53, the 13-3 slugfest, and we have 2 defensive-minded teams fighting it out in a game where 53 points might be enough to win. The Red Raiders' third-ranked defense facing a Cavaliers offense that was led by Ty Jerome, Kyle Guy, and DeAndre Hunter in Saturday's win over Auburn. The trio with 50 of the team's 63 points.
They got great guard play. It's going to take everything we got to contain those guys. You know, Jerome and Guy both are really good shooters. They got range. Guy's got a real quick release. You know, Clark's real quick, and then, you know, they got a great team surrounding those 3.
Shoot the ball pretty well. Everybody in the starting lineup can shoot a 3. They got some guys off the bench that can shoot as well. They're a great team, man. They in the championship for a reason.
Virginia also doesn't turn over the ball, leading the nation with just under 9 a game. But the Red Raiders have passed that test once this tournament against Michigan, who was second in the nation and ended up turning the ball over 14 times in a loss to the Red Raiders.
We'll have to have a lot of patience this game. Virginia is very patient on offense, so we've got to be patient on defense so we don't foul. They take great care of the ball. We'd like to make them feel uncomfortable, speed them up if we can, but if not, we just got to stay in front of them and contest every shot and make sure we just give them one good look and then get the rebound.
The defense leading to plenty of offense this season. Texas Tech averaging 80 points a game in their 9-game winning streak to end the regular season. And they've had 3 or more players score in double figures in 4 of their 5 tournament games. And heading into tonight, for the first time this tournament, they're actually averaging more points than their opponent.
Yes, it is kind of weird, but I mean, we just gonna go out there and execute our game plan to the fullest. If we play at the pace like we did yesterday and have different people step up when people get injuries or something doesn't go right, then I think we had a great chance of winning this whole thing.
I have a lot of confidence in our team offensively. We have great players. We can score on all 3 different levels. We have, in my opinion, 5 green light shooters on this team.
Yeah, and if you think about it, offensively, the Red Raiders actually struggled in the last round and against Michigan State. Jared Culver just 10 points. He started 0 for 8 from the field. Davide Moretti didn't shoot the ball well either. Both of them combined 6 for 18 from the field. It's hard to believe that both of those guys are going to struggle again. You can always count on Matt Mooney to, if not hit threes, penetrate and try to dish it out to one of those 3-point shooters. Also keep an eye on Brandon Francis. He doesn't get a lot of shots, but he makes the most of every single shot that he takes, and he could be a huge factor in this game tonight against the Cavaliers. Jared?
That's a really good point, David. The fact that they didn't get a great game from Culver the other night, and yet they still played the way they did. More on Culver coming up in just a moment. That's only part of the story. We're going to check in now with what's happening on campus back in Lubbock. And let's just say a whole lot was happening in Lubbock Saturday night. The town went wild. We got the video to support that. Some incredible scenes from the bars and the streets there. Chaos erupting after victory. A few fans took it a little too far, flipping cars, setting fires. Police used tear gas to break up the crowd on Broadway there. And certainly police are going to be on high alert tonight if all goes well for the Red Raiders. Our Leah Doherty joins us live from the campus of Texas Tech. And let's start there, Leah. How are police preparing to handle a crazy celebration like we saw the other night?
Well, the city of Lubbock actually held a press conference a little bit ago addressing all of those things, and they said police will be out in full force tonight, and they are not messing around. They say if they see any fires or fireworks, those are felony charges that they will make on site, and they will shut down the party right away. So they're not messing around. They want everyone to be safe, enjoy the game, but know if you are breaking the law that those rules will be enforced.
Yeah, that was a wild scene the other night. Obviously, we just mentioned Culver a second ago. This run from Tech is led by a guy who really is a local legend in Jarrett Culver. What can you tell us about his background there in Lubbock?
mean, he is basically a local celebrity here, I'm sure, as you know. Actually, I was speaking with his parents a little while back, and they said he actually started out playing soccer. So we're all thankful that he eventually made the switch to basketball. But he started off playing soccer, then found basketball, fell in love with it, and he said quite the journey to get to this game today. I would say the whole Texas Tech team has, but specifically with Culver, no one knows his story better than his mom and dad.
Take my talents to Texas State University.
Jarrett Culver signing with the Red Raiders. It was the Jarrett Culver Show and Company last night.
Culver's a talented young guy. I think he'd be the first to tell you a lot of the credit goes for his teammates.
I just see myself as a good player there in the future and just having a good team and March Madness run.
And now he gets that opportunity.
Long before he even knew the rules of the game, basketball had already found its way to the Lubbock native.
He was small at the time. We took family pictures where he had a basketball in his hand, and I thought that was so funny. Of all the things he could have put in his hand, it was a basketball.
Before competing in the Big 12, Jarrett still saw his fair share of stiff competition. He knew them as his two older brothers.
When we got a basketball goal one Christmas, and they played all day Christmas, all night Christmas night. It was cold, and they just did not want to come in the house. And JJ and Trey would beat Jarrett, and he would be okay, but he wanted to play again. And he's still like that. Like, he wants to play again so that he could be the winner.
A mentality that stuck with Jarrett as he began high school at Coronado.
I just took it one morning. He would come in there at 4:55 in the morning and work out and shoot.
And it wasn't long before his talent was recognized by his fellow classmates.
Most likely to go pro.
Now in the national spotlight, just within reach of a goal, with a team that only 0.7% of people had cutting down the nets.
They're special. Like, this group of guys that are special. Jarrett, all of the boys have played with different teams at different times, but this group of guys, they're so special. And the coaching, just that combination together with Coach Beard and Coach Adams and all these coaches and what they have done to develop the relationship that they have with the kids, that combination, I don't think anybody can beat us.
It's been a dream come true, and it's just a blessing to see him experience some of the success he's experiencing.
And for those that still see Texas Tech as the underdog,
keep on not picking us, we're gonna just keep going and going and going. I love it.
And I was up at Culver's High School the other day, and his senior class, no surprise here, voted him MVP of his entire class. So from all of us here in Lubbock, and I know his high school, Coronado, as well, we are wishing Culver and the rest of the guys on the basketball team all the best luck tonight.
Yeah, easy family to cheer for. Aaliyah Doherty joining us there live from Lubbock. Thank you very much for that. Now we go to the other side of the ledger here. The scouting report we showed you a moment ago on Texas Tech looks a lot like this one from Virginia. 34-3 this season. The Cavaliers own the #1 scoring defense in the country. On average, they allow 55 points per game. That's 3 fewer points per game than Tech has allowed this year. Well, let's get back to Minneapolis now. Jermaine Farrell with the thoughts of the Cavaliers before they try to win the 15th national title by an ACC school. Jermaine?
Well, good afternoon again, Mr. Jarrett. I tell you one thing, this has been a fun ride again for the Virginia Cavaliers. Again, as we mentioned earlier, the run they've made, the things they've had to go through, and really the things that stand out to me with Virginia when you look at them, Tony Bennett and his faith and his all those things, the preaches, the TED Talks, all those things to provide encouragement and guidance to his Cavaliers squad, and those players are taking heed to what he has to say. Now, yesterday, as we all know, we had one last chance, one last opportunity to talk to the players about everything in the game, but rather than talk about X's and O's and your thoughts and feelings about whether we're going to win the game or how should we do to play the game, we had a little fun. We actually asked them about their memories and their thoughts about playing in a national championship game and also watching a national championship game as Ty, Jerome, and Kyle Guy, they talk about their earliest memory of national championship games.
I vividly remember watching Mario Chalmers hit that shot, and I was supposed to be asleep. I remember my mom kept coming to my room and telling me shut the TV off, and because it was a 9 o'clock game, Eastern time, and I was trying to watch it and stay up. And then the game went to overtime, so it was being on this stage is incredible. It's everything I've dreamed of and more, and
just being with this group of guys and this coaching staff makes it, all that much better.
Yeah, I was obviously listening to my parents more. I was asleep when Mario Chalmers hit the shot.
I can't believe you had a TV in the room. That's what I'm still thinking about.
But I made sure, I told my stepdad, I said, if it's close, wake me up. So he woke me up and we watched that together. But then probably, I don't know, 2007 or 8 with Odin and Conley. Obviously, they grew up close to me, so I was rooting for them. And they fell short, but those are probably 2 memories.
And what great memories by Ty Jerome and Kyle Guy. My earliest memory, I was 9 years old, back in 1983. The Cardiac Wolfpack, baby, NC State, getting that win over Phi Slamma Jamma and Houston. You got to love that. Speaking of loving things, everybody loves things bigger and better. And since 1997, the NCAA, they've had their Final Four in big, massive stadiums. And this one is no exception. US Bank Stadium is an awesome facility. Now, when you look at it, more than 70,000 are expected for the game between Virginia and Texas Tech. As you can imagine, that's far more people than these teams are used to playing in front of. Now, US Bank Stadium is the home of the Minnesota Vikings. While it may play host to an NFL team, it is designed to host multiple sporting events. The facility opened in July 22nd, 2016, has hosted the Summer X Games as well as Super Bowl 52 back in 2018. In fact, they had to put black tarps over the glass to make sure that natural sunlight, it doesn't come in. Now, the playing court is raised up as well, and of course, I kind of got a little taste of the action on that playing court, Jared. I tell you, it is so neat. But rather than me talking about it, here's let's roll that wonderful beam footage and check out that wonderful action by your man, Jermaine Farrell, on the hoop court.
There you go.
That looks good. Oh. That's all.
That's it.
Off
the bank, baby.
Are you kidding me? The U.S. Bank Stadium is open on Sunday, baby.
All right, do that thing.
And yes, it is. The bank was open. I thought it was off. I'll be honest with you, but I hope that Virginia shoots a whole lot better than I did. Now, even though you see there, I went 2 for 3, Jared. I'll be honest with you. I think the only made baskets, those were the 2 we had in there. So we had to make it look good. So it was 2 for 3 according to the video there, but officially I probably shot maybe 2 for 10. Yeah. But it is a great court. I love it, baby. It was fun. Got a chance to put up some baskets. That was good stuff.
My biggest concern is where's security?
What they don't know, they don't need to know. But what happens in Minneapolis stays in Minneapolis.
All right. On the off day of the Final Four, security took the day off. Well done, sir. About 24,000 students attend UVA. Charlottesville is home, of course, to that beautiful campus. And we're going to check in there next. Those fans, you got to feel for them. They have been on a wild ride with this team. 2 straight comeback wins with less than 5 seconds to play. Look at them going crazy. Too much drama for the human heart. But whose fans will saddle up tonight to go through it all one more time, hoping for the ultimate payoff in the sport. Our Alex Thorson is live in Charlottesville on that beautiful campus there at UVA to talk about it. Those fans, they've been through so much already. How prepared are they to do it all again tonight?
Well, you guys, it's a little quieter right now, but today it's been super busy out here at the downtown mall. You can barely find anyone not wearing that orange and navy in support of the UVA Hoos. Now, as we know, that Saturday's game really cut right down to the wire. Now, take a look at how fans reacted as they won on Saturday. The Paramount Theater here along downtown mall in Charlottesville hosted a big watch party on Saturday, and we'll do the same tonight for folks in the community. After the games, fans have been rushing the streets, and police are preparing for more of that if UVA wins tonight. If the Hoos win, this will be the team's first ever national championship in men's basketball. And as we know, this is the first time Charlottesville's been in the national spotlight since the deadly Unite the Right protest back in August of 2017. So it's been about a year and a half since then. People in the area tell us that the community is still healing, but gathering for something positive like that, they say, is doing a lot for the community, you guys.
Alex, one quick thought here. Just talking about the police makeup for tonight, what they're planning for, what kind of crowds are they estimating to develop there in Charlottesville? I'd imagine it's going to be all hands on deck, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been out here all day today, and I've already seen extra police presence. Of course, as I mentioned, after the wins in the past couple of weeks, people have just been crowding the streets, and they are expecting a little bit more of that tonight. So, yeah, you had it. More police presence and expecting a ton of fans out here.
We'll see how this goes for Virginia. You know, it's going to be a special night there. Alex Thorson joining us there live from Charlottesville. What an awesome place to go to school, let alone celebrate a national title. We'll see if it happens for him. Listen, we're not here to promote gambling, but this does tell quite a story. According to sportsbetting.ag, the over-under of total points for tonight's game is set at 119. That is the lowest over-under ever set for a national title game by 9 points. They started keeping tabs on that back in 1985. That, of course, was the Villanova, the incredible season they put together and the incredible defense they played that year. Virginia is considered a slight favorite at this point, still at about 1.5. We'll see where the late money comes in. But Virginia at the moment looks like the team to beat going into the final tonight. We asked you earlier in the show for your game predictions on Virginia versus Texas Tech. We actually have a few of them here ready to go for you. We'll just run through them here and let you know what people are saying about this particular matchup. John Hoyle says he likes Texas Tech 82-77. If the score gets that high, I will be shocked. But I love John's confidence in that. Maybe he likes the way that Tech has played offensively of late. Steven Jackson likes Texas Tech by 10 tonight, and that's probably a score that might realistically happen. But, you know, if either team gets in the 70s, I'd be genuinely surprised here later on this evening in Minneapolis. Chandler says Texas Tech's going to get it done. Let's see what else. Eric Woodson, Virginia with 3 exclamation points. That's not just a guy that's picking Virginia. That's a guy who does so with enthusiasm. Respect that. Up next, Johnny Payne, Texas Tech. I hope, because Baylor ladies won as well. That's right, Baylor's women with an incredible win over Notre Dame, winning the NCAA Women's Championship. So perhaps it could be a Texas sweep in NCAA basketball this year. And let's see here. Gene Summers, Texas Tech, can't pull for Virginia because they should not be there. Well, hey, they scored more than the other team. It was obviously highly controversial, but they did. So that's an interesting take on that one. Texas Tech and Virginia, one of them is going to make history tonight. That's exactly what Texas Tech wants, right? They want that underdog role. They've embraced it the entire tournament. They're a 1.5 underdog going in. We'll see if they make it through one more night in that role, or if Virginia makes the remarkable recovery. Think back last year, first 1 seed to lose in the first round ever, and they'd be the national champion the next year. Wouldn't that be something? We will be watching it unfold tonight. A quick thanks to the nearly 24 reporters who have joined this show over the past 3 weeks from all across Nexstar Nation, big cities and small, reporting live from every host site of this tournament. They've worked countless hours to cover the big tournament like no one else. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jared Smalley, and enjoy the national championship.